Hi everybody, it's me, M Sakura. Welcome back to our channel. We have a very special video today, and today's video is very close to my nerd weeaboo heart. I'm very excited because today we are collaborating with Hatsune Miku Project Diva Mega Mix Plus. Mega Mix Plus. Oh, Mega Mix Plus. Oh, Mega Mix Plus. Oh! Hatsune Miku is a digital diva. Since the late 2000s, Hatsune Miku has been an online digital sensation. I have been such a fan of Hatsune Miku when I was in high school, and people were just like, girl, what are you listening to? And I would be like, the next digital sensation, you bitch. Since Project Diva Mega Mix Plus is just around the corner, I thought it would be such a fun idea to do Hatsune Miku inspired drag today. Just hit that subscribe button down there, like this video, comment down below, how did you make your way here? Are you going to your first convention? Are you just a Miku fan? Have you been here before? Also, before we get into the video, we are giving away not one, but 2 copies of Hatsune Miku Project Diva Mega Mix Plus. All you gotta do to compete in this giveaway is just in the comments down below, write your own poem about Hatsune Miku. It could be about Hatsune Miku and me. It could be really just about anything. When you guys write your poems, make sure to drop your Instagram @ so that we can message you a little bit easier, a little bit better. You'll get notifications. 2 lucky people will get download codes for the game as soon as it comes out. Good luck to you guys. Let's play Project Diva together. All right. With that out of the way, let's go get ready to become the world's first virtual diva. All right, everybody. So to get started, for those of you guys who have never done drag before, or it's your first time blocking the eyebrows, we're gonna be doing them very, very, very quick. So first thing you're gonna need is a glue stick. Nice big circles. And if you're like me and you have a little bit of sideburn, just some glue stick circular action in there. And then before all of this has a chance to dry, you're just gonna take a comb, and I have very thin eyebrows, so I'll brush in the direction that the eyebrows are going, so I'll just brush to the side. If you have thicker eyebrows, I would say brush upwards. And then we're gonna wait for this first layer to dry, then we're gonna add 2 more layers, and then I'm gonna set it with powder. So if you're watching this right now and you're new to makeup, or it's your first time going to a con, use primer on your face. It's gonna create a good barrier between the makeup and your face. It's gonna keep your makeup on there all day. The first time I went to a con and I cosplayed, I did not have primer on, and it slid off in the first 20 minutes. We're also gonna blaze through a little bit of the foundation process, maybe do like a sped up version right now, but the basic principle is simple. If you want to see me go in depth with my foundation process, we'll link a video here to my regular face routine. Also, this look today, I have bangs. Guess what? I don't have to put foundation here or anything at all. But if you're gonna do any cosplay or anything with bangs at all, what I would suggest is before you put on your makeup, put on your wig and then see where it falls on your face. And you don't have to really apply too much makeup past there, because anything that goes on your face is just gonna add extra weight. All right, base and highlighter on. The highlights are basically just gonna go in the middle parts of my face, and the base just goes around it. Contouring is very important. I would say double up, do cream contour and do powder contour. We're going for a more soft look today, so everything around the face on the outside is gonna be pretty simple, but I always keep one thing nice and pretty sharp and pointed, and that's gonna be the nose contour. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this like nice fine brush, my contour shade, I'm gonna bring it down, because Miku has like a very small pinched nose. And then I'm gonna take my ring finger or pinky, whatever finger, and I'm just gonna buff that in. I'm not like swiping it, dragging it down, I'm just pressing with like the natural width of my finger. And from there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my highlight color, take a really small fine brush, and then just go back over in the middle. She has like an anime nose, so it's like nice and pointed, very defined. I'm gonna do a triangle underneath right here in my contour shade. This one I'm gonna keep the hard edge right here. I'm just gonna fill it in till I get to right next to the nostrils. And that's gonna stay like that. When we set it with powder and we add more contour powder, it's gonna look really good and our nose is gonna look a little bit flatter from the side. Everything else on the rest of the face isn't gonna be as defined. So we're just gonna place our contour down. And what contour is gonna do in like cosplay light or convention light is it's gonna make you more dimensional when you take your pictures. Because con lighting is bad. In person, you're gonna look crazy, but in pictures, you're gonna look so good. I'm just gonna powder this down with my powder puff right now. So we're just gonna brush off the excess. And like I said before, we're gonna go into our powder contour. So look, right here, I look pretty like one-dimensional right now. The powder contour is gonna really bring some life into our face. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my lighter shade of contour and I'm just gonna buff it in the deepest corners and then lightly gradiate it outwards. I'm just trying to make my face less like a piece of paper. I'm just gonna take some of this contour and underneath the chin, where we put that contour before, and this is gonna make our chins look a lot more defined because Miku has a skinny jawline and chin, girl. All right, so I'm gonna take this small angled brush and whatever is left on the brush is what I use. I'm not gonna add any more when I get down here. I'm gonna have most of the product just focused up here. I'm gonna be taking some of my darker contour powder and I'm gonna go under the nose right here. Just complete that shape that we did before. Now I'm just gonna take a blending brush and I'm just gonna buff out the sides right here. And now I'm gonna add a little bit of white highlight. So I'm gonna take a very, very small brush like this, some white shadow, and I'm gonna go just on the bridge of my nose, just where we created that line before. Okay, but these green onions over here at the side are kind of making me hungry. I'm gonna take more of that white powder and I'm gonna just place it right here towards the inner corner of my eye. And then I'm gonna take the excess product and I'm gonna drag it down next to my nose contour. And that's gonna help me define that shape. It's a very subtle but a very satisfying technique right here. Now we need to add a little bit of blush. Now I know that Miku typically doesn't have that much blush, but you are a person in the real world and you're gonna need a little bit of blush. So I actually have a little bit of blush from the last time I applied it on this brush right here. So we're just gonna go really light. I'm just gonna use that residual. I'm even gonna wipe a little bit off on my hand. And then I'm just gonna go right here on the tip of my nose and right here on the side towards the cheek. If you need to add a little bit more, add a bit more, but I don't need too much if I'm doing Miku. But you should have some sort of blush. I do not look like Miku yet, but we will in a second. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna block the black liner that I'm gonna have on top and on the bottom so I don't have to so I don't lose where my shape is. So I'm just gonna place my black and then I'll do it on the other side. So this is the liner that we're gonna use. I like to use a black liner in order to define the crease. It also makes it nice and fun and edgy. This isn't our actual liner that we're gonna use. This is just to block everything out so that I can put my colors down and know where everything is gonna be. So if you're doing your look, you wanna make sure that you're planning everything out. We're gonna really want our colors to pop right now, so I'm gonna use some cream eyeshadow base. We're gonna place that on with a fine brush on both sides. And then we're gonna set it, and then we're gonna add color on top of it, because I really want them to pop. Also, just like I said, the lines here are a guideline, so you don't have to avoid them. They're just there so you know where you're putting all of your stuff. All right, the next color that we have is yellow, but I actually don't have any yellow cream. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do white, and then I'm gonna set it with a yellow powder later. So now that I've finished laying down the colors with the eyeshadow bases, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some clear translucent powder. So this other powder that I have for the face is tinted, and I don't wanna use that. I wanna use this nice clear powder. It kind of looks white when it's in the container, but it's gonna be nice and clear when I put it on. And the whole reason we're doing this right now is we're just gonna set where the cream is, and it's gonna give us a nice kind of base to put our shadows on without disrupting the color. So now that the cream is all set, I'm gonna go over with my colors and I'm going to just really, really, really reinforce the colors that I want right now. I have a nice, like, buttercup yellow shade, and I'm gonna place that where the white is. I'm just gonna tap where it is, and see how a white base really makes the yellow pop against it? You could do it on your bare skin, but it wouldn't show up very well. If you want a color to pop up, put a white cream base and then the color. I'm gonna add some white liner right now. What it's gonna do is it's gonna differentiate these colors. It's also gonna separate my liner right here. I was sitting here the other day, I was like, how did I run out of my white liner so fast? I'm doing shit like this. All right, so we have the white line on top. Now I'm gonna add a white line in between my colors so that they are separated. Got the liner on. While that dries, we're gonna go ahead and do the white on the bottom of the eyes. Me, M Sakura, I like to do white liner on the bottom. So we're not gonna do too much. I don't want it to be like overly super ginormous and huge. I want it to be like pretty comfortable, but I do want to elongate my eyes. I want to make them nice and big. So what we're gonna do is we're going to use a couple of tricks that cosplayers and drag people do to open their eyes. I'm gonna take some white cream on this lip brush right here. I'm gonna go just underneath where I put that black liner, and then just where my, if you're a gamer, you got these eye bags. I'm gonna go right under my eye bags, and I'm gonna just connect it to the other side. It's not gonna be so big, but it's gonna be big enough. Cool. So I have all the eye cream already set down, and now in order for it not to move, we're gonna have to use a powder just like before. So I'm gonna take my white shadow and I'm going to set it down. And what I do right here is I can go a little bit over, because we're gonna put some shadow right underneath it. And now I'm gonna incorporate my last color that I have in my outfit. We're gonna add the fuchsia. I don't have to add any cream for this one right here because it's gonna fade into the rest of the face. So I'm just gonna take a nice kind of like angled brush. This is another lip brush. I'm just gonna take some shadow, place it on this corner, and then I'm gonna bring it down. And when I get towards the end right here, I go lighter and lighter. Okay, we have all the colors on. We have the white, we have the fuchsia, we have the yellow and the blue. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into my liner and I'm gonna redefine everything. I'm gonna use a pen right now, and if I need anything really dark, then I'll go back in with my cream. So my liner is all set. I reinforced the top and the bottom. I'm gonna show you what I like to do now to kind of like mimic having bottom lashes. We're gonna take a very nice and thin liner brush, just like this. And I'm gonna go and put 3 long strokes. One right here. They're gonna be thicker towards the inside and thinner towards the outside. One right here. And then one right underneath my iris when I'm looking forward. And this one's not gonna be as big. Now that I have these marked out, each one of these is gonna have 2 smaller lines coming out of the sides, and it's gonna look a little bit more like a natural lash. So what this does is it gives us kind of like a pseudo false lash. I'm gonna do all this to the other side and I'll show you how it looks in just a second. Perfect! Look, it's all here. Look at how gorgeous this looks. We're gonna take this look up to more of an artsy level. I'm gonna do like a little bit of like color bleeding and glitchiness going down the eyes, down the side. I just thought it would look really, really, really cool. So all you need for this is a flat brush. And I'm gonna take the shadow colors that I had earlier and I'm gonna try to etch those colors going down. So the point in this right now is we're gonna layer everything, so it doesn't have to be super fancy. But the squares, the rectangles that we're creating right now should be pretty uniform going all the way down. What is CMY? Cyan, yellow, magenta?
And then K is black.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Oh, CMYK! Look at that! Okay, that's our color scheme today.
CMY.
CMY. I'm just gonna add a nose highlight right here. I'm gonna take this liner that I had before and just do a small dot. All right, and last but not least, we're gonna do lips. Anime characters or manga characters don't really have too much defined lips. Sometimes they do. But most of the times it's just a relatively simple shape. We're gonna go the opposite. We're gonna go into drag queen territory and we're just gonna line our lips, but we're gonna do it anime style. You might have seen this before on this channel. So you're gonna want a lip pencil and you're gonna want a sharpener. You also wanna try out your lip pencils and see what really works for you and make sure that you have one that doesn't feel like an actual pencil. There's so many lip pencils that just feel like you're drawing with lead on your face. That's not what we want here. And I'm going to just do a nice little rainbow shape on top. I'm starting in the middle, maybe in between where my nose and my lip is. And you always want to have a thick to thin kind of quality with your line, because that's what's gonna give the illusion of your lip. So see how my regular lip is right here and the top lip, the line is right here? That's what you want. The bottom one, I'm gonna go just beyond my regular lip. And right now, it kind of looks like my lips are kind of pursed, and that's the whole objective. After you line your lips, we're gonna go ahead and add just whatever light shade of lipstick that you have. So here's the thing is, I hate putting lipstick on my lips. I hate it. So I'll put just the littlest amount, just in the middle. Just in the middle, and then I'll swirl it out with my finger. And what the liner does is it implies that the lipstick is all over the lip, and that way you don't have to put lipstick all over the freaking place. The thing that I hate most when you do drag is sometimes you do the overdrawn lip and then the lipstick is just on your upper lip. It's just on your upper lip, and it feels awful. Feels terrible. We're gonna add a little bit of dimension to this lip right now too. I'm gonna take some of this fuchsia, some of this pink, and I'm gonna place it just in the middle. And what the eyeshadow is gonna do too is gonna make sure that the lip really doesn't go anywhere and it's not gonna smudge. I'm gonna take an angled lip brush and I'm gonna take some white powder and I'm gonna place that just underneath the top lip right here. Little fake dimension. And it kind of makes our lips look a little bit glossy, even though they're not. Because especially if you have a cosplay wig, do not put lip gloss on because it's gonna be awful. Have you ever done that before? Cosplay wig and lip gloss? And then the wig it gets in there and then it slides across your face and then you have lip gloss all over your face? I place a little bit of white shadow right here to make the bottom lip look like it's shiny too. And this is just preference if you want to do this or not, but I'm gonna take some of my white liner. This one is so durable, it's not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna place a couple of dots up here, and it's gonna look nice and glossy. And now, kind of judge on your face what you wanna do with it. Any finishing touches. I'm looking right now and I'm thinking I do maybe need a little bit more blush. So just gonna punch that up just a little bit. If you're going out in a con, or you're cosplaying, or wearing any sort of makeup, we gotta set it. We have to set it. Otherwise, you're gonna be walking around dripping in makeup, and you're gonna be uberly wet. You're gonna look like an actual CG model from like 2000s. You're gonna look shiny. So go ahead and take your setting spray, and let's just set our makeup. You wanna give this ample time to dry before you go out, but this is gonna keep it all over your face. Your makeup on your face. It's gonna keep it away from your friend's shoulders. All right, now while that dries, all I have left to do is put in my contacts, lashes, the wig, earrings, and the outfit, and I will be right back with you in this full Hatsune Miku inspired look. And we're back. This is the full Hatsune Miku inspired look. I sewed this outfit last night very, very quickly, just, you know, a la cosplayer extravaganza. And I made this hair myself. Now, it is custom in the cosplay community to not ask a cosplayer that has pigtails to see the back of the wig. I glued a bow because the top part was rough. I just took this wig, separated it into pigtails, and added these cute little curls at the top just to add a little bit of volume and, you know, a drag queen depth. And I also had this Hatsune Miku figurine head just lying around, so I decided to just glue it onto the wig. What? It's cute, right? But I absolutely love this look. I had such a fun time doing this look for Hatsune Miku Project Diva Mega Mix Plus. I'm so excited to play the game because, you know, I love a new Miku game. 72 new songs. That's a lot of songs. I'm really excited to play this game because 1, I love rhythm games, and 2, I'm not good at rhythm games. So I love to play them, but I'm terrible at them. I cannot wait to play this. Also, of course, if you guys want to play with me, leave your poems down in the comments down below with your Instagram @. We'll pick 2 winners to win a free copy, so you'll be able to play with me. I'm so excited for that. Yeah, and if you decide to recreate this look, please make sure to tag me, tag Project Diva Hatsune Miku. All the tags are in the comment box down below. And of course, make sure you are enjoying yourselves. You know, this is not a verbatim, just like, this is how you should cosplay or do Miku makeup, but you can use this as like a base for any look that you're going to do, any character that you want to do with this. This is always like, it's all about having fun and just really expressing yourself the way you want to. And if you're gonna wear bangs and you're a drag queen, wear small lashes, because there's nothing funnier than a drag queen with giant lashes and then the bangs are just sitting on the lashes. It's so funny. Maybe if you want to do camp, but it's so funny. Thank you so much to all of our wonderful patrons on Patreon for helping to support this video and get it out there. So this one is for you. All of you guys here make these videos possible. Mwah. Thank you so much. If you want to consider becoming a patron on Patreon, please, the link is in the description down below, and you get lots of perks if you become a patron. It's really fun. You should definitely try it out. Maybe, you know, just try it for a month. You know, just try it for a month if you're not already subscribed. It's a good time. It's great. Okay, and with that, we're gonna say, talk you later. Bye. Can you synthesize my voice? Talk you later. Hey, squirrel friends. When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. I support you. Still going. Did they click another video yet?